Today's push circuit is going to move very quickly as I'm explaining it. Let's get those shoulders a little bit loose. When we're talking push, we're talking about those push muscles, our chest, our shoulders, our triceps. So let's loosen those up a little bit. Little pulls across, little bit of dynamic movement and stretching here. Let's switch it up and pull back on that tricep. Our circuits are going to move quickly. Instead of a particular set of repetitions, we're actually going to be doing it 4 times. So let's open nice and wide. We're going to do each movement for 45 seconds, and then we have a 15-second transition to the next move. Once we complete all 6 movements, you'll have a 30-second rest, and then we'll repeat it 2 more times through. So we're going to be moving very quickly. After the first set, make sure you are paying attention to what weights you need so that you can have them nearby. Let's just work on rotating those shoulders forward. Breathing in and out. And let's bring them back. All right, shake them out. I'm going to show you the first move, and then we're going to jump right in. Again, we have that 15-second transition, so I'll be showing you what you need along the way. You'll probably want, we will have some chest press in there, and we'll have some shoulder press, so make sure you grab those weights. Our first move is going to be a push-up into a downward dog. So we're going to be in our push-up position. We're going to go down for our push-up, and then we're going to press back into a downward dog. If you need to, bring your knees down for the push-up, then go into your dog. We're going to be doing this again for 45 seconds, so I'm going to get the clock started. We're going to move quickly. Are you ready? Let's get this going. All right, we're in it. Go ahead. Push up and then press into that downward dog. That downward dog can be a nice resting position for you. On that push-up, I want those elbows bent at 90 degrees. When you go down, I want your shoulders and your elbows and your wrists all lined up. Keeping that core nice and tight. We have 15 seconds. You're working the chest, you're working your core, you're working your shoulders. And you're stretching out those calves. And rest. Next movement, we're going to be doing a shoulder thrust. So I want you to choose your weight carefully. On this move, we're going to rack them at our shoulders, palms facing in, little bend in the knee, and we're pressing up and back down. Grab your weights. We're jumping right into it. Here we go. So we're thrusting up, down. We're just using that lower part of our body for a little bit of momentum. Those palms are facing forward the entire time. Go ahead and exhale on the work. We've got 15 more seconds. You don't have to rush through this. Make sure that those arms are going right up over those shoulders. And use those legs for a little bit of momentum up. And rest. Our next move is going to be a chest press with a little bit of a twist. So go ahead and get in your chest press position. Your legs are going to start at 90 degrees. As we press up, we're going to alternate one leg out. I got to see the clock. All right, we're in it. So one leg goes out. As those shoulders go up, as you're squeezing at the chest, alternate that leg that's extending. Keep it up. Make sure that as you squeeze, those dumbbells are going just in front of that chest. Slightly in front of those chest muscles. Keep going, couple more. You've got 10 seconds. I need to look at the clock. You shouldn't even see me. And rest. You're going to want to choose a very light weight for this shoulder fly. On this shoulder fly, you're going to bring your arms like a goalpost. Hinge just slightly forward, not far. We're going to squeeze, close, and open. Go ahead and grab those weights We're in it. This one is a killer. So we're pushing those shoulders, pushing that chest, and opening it up. Slight bend in the knees. We're not standing straight up and down. If that weight you picked up is just too heavy and you don't have a lighter weight, put that down and squeeze. Create your own resistance. Squeeze it close, open it up. Notice my elbows are staying in line with my shoulders. This is absolutely a killer. Give me 3 more seconds. Last one. Okay, probably using the same weights, at least for this first round, that you used for that. We're going to bend our knees slightly, put those weights together, and we're going to press straight out. This is a jammer. We're pressing straight out and in. Go ahead and pick up your weights. Let's get started. If you don't have a light enough weight, use one weight in your hands. Go ahead and press it out. I know we're moving very, very quickly through this, but I promise the next round will feel much better for you. Keep it going. We're getting a lot of work done in a little time. We're getting that heart rate moving. Keep going. We've got 15 seconds, and then we have one more move of this round. And you can probably guess it's going to be triceps if you were paying attention during the warm-up. Couple more. Last one. And rest. You might want to keep that same set of dumbbells in your hand. We're going to do our tricep kickback. We're going to hinge at the hips. Back straight, elbows up, and we are extending out and back in. Out and in. Again, notice. They're going straight back. Let's go. We are in it. If this ends up being way too heavy for you, go one at a time. But keep with me for the whole 45 seconds. Let's press it out. You got it. Keep going. Now, you know all 6 movements. You know what weights you used. I want you, when we take our break, to get your weights lined up. We do that push-up. We do the shoulder thrust, the chest press, the fly, the jammer, and then this. I want you to have those weights nearby so we can transition. Last one, and rest. Go ahead and put your weights down. Get a quick sip of water. I want you to have those weights ready so that you can transition right from one move to another. I know that I want to go up in weight on my chest press. That was too light. So I have those weights right here. Shoulder press felt pretty good. At that weight, 45 seconds can be a really long time. I've got my jammer weight. I think I'm ready to go. Again, grab a sip of water. You've got a couple more seconds before we start this again. We're gonna do this 2 more times. All right, remember that first move, we're in that push-up. If you can, stay on your toes longer this time. If you had to go to your knees, do that. Make sure, again, you're squeezing that core. We don't want our back bending. We want to be nice and straight. All right, we're in it. Go ahead and get in position. The clock starts now. Nice push-up, right into that downward dog. And set. Push-up, downward dog. Go ahead and take that pause at the top of that plank. Make sure you're all in alignment before you go into that push-up. This is not an easy move, especially as we're about to pound our shoulders, right? So if you need to pause an extra second in that down dog, stretch that out. Go ahead and pause. And rest. We're moving into that shoulder, thrusting it up. Remember, our elbows are facing, our palms are facing in on that. Where's my weights? We've got 5 seconds. Weights up, here we go. Thrust, and up. It's just a little bit of a bend. We're not going into a full squat. on that move, think about using those hips for a little extra momentum, a little extra power. Squeeze your tush as you're coming up. You might go up on your toes a little as you're pressing up, and that's okay. Keep it up. 5 more seconds. Last one. All right, we are moving to the ground for that chest press. We call that leg stuff a dead bug. So get those weights up. Get those legs in that tabletop. Here we go, press it up. As you press up, you're alternating the leg that's extending out. Make sure you're squeezing that chest all the way through to the top. 45 seconds, I mentioned, is a long time to do this move. Keep it going. You're halfway there. I'm watching you. Make sure that you're alternating that leg that goes out. If that's too much to get that leg going, just keep your legs in that tabletop position and don't extend. You've got 5 more seconds. Stick with it, you're almost there. And rest. We're moving right into that shoulder fly. Again, probably the lightest weight you have. We're gonna go ahead and pick up those dumbbells. Get yourselves ready. We got 4, 3, 2, we're in it. Close it and open. This is a heck of a move. Again, our goal is to keep moving for that full 45 seconds with whatever weight you just picked up. If that weight is just too heavy, rest and come back up, or put that weight down and continue the movement without the weight. I want your legs bent just a little bit, right? We don't want those joints to be locked out, and there's just a slight bend forward in my hips. My back is straight as we do this movement. We've got 5 seconds. Oh my gosh, this is killer. Give me one more squeeze. All right, bring those arms down. We have that jammer. Again, those weights are gonna come in, and we're going to slight bend in the knees, press out and back, out and back. Notice my back stays straight. I'm not leaning to and from. We are in it. Here we go. Remember, if that is too much with 2 dumbbells, put 1 dumbbell down and just press with the 1 in one hand. You might need a little bit heavier dumbbell if you're doing 2 hands on 1. But keep pressing, keep fighting it out. You've got it. This is not an easy move. You're working the chest, you're working the shoulders, you're working the core, you're working that bicep and tricep is probably feeling this. We got 5 more seconds, keep it up. Keep pressing. Give me 1 more. And rest. We're gonna move into that tricep kickback. Go ahead and choose the dumbbells that you need for your tricep kickback. If it gets too heavy, just alternate and extend 1 at a time. Go ahead and bring those weights up. Hinge forward, we're in it. Make sure that back stays flat. I want you to be looking about 3 feet in front of you with your gaze. I want to make sure that your neck is in alignment with your back. We don't want you to be craning. Keep it up, keep moving. We're halfway there on this. Remember, if you need, just do 1 at a time. I want you to keep going for the full duration. We're keeping those muscles moving. And this pace, your heart rate is probably getting up. Give me 1 more. And rest. We've got about 30 seconds. Again, you know the weight you used. We only are doing this 1 more time. That's it. Then we get a little bit of ab work in. How's that sound? See how we're doing on time here. Oh yeah. We'll get a couple minutes of abs. We'll be good to go. All right, you got about 20 seconds left. You know the first move, it's that push-up. All right, we're clearing this. Push up into that downward dog. Are you ready? The clock begins. Now, here we go. Again, press back. That downward dog, after all this shoulder work you're doing, probably feels really good. Remember, if you need to, get into that plank, drop to your knees, do your push-up, come back to the plank, and then push out. You are probably smoked. If you need this modification, use this modification. You are still benefiting as long as you have proper form. You've got 5 seconds. Give me one more good one. All right. You know the transition. We're going into that shoulder thrusting press. Where's my weights? We've got 4 seconds. Bring them up to the shoulder. We're in it. Let's go. Keep at it. Had to see the clock. Don't want you doing too many extra, right? Keep at it. If you need to rest for a second, rest, then jump right back in. If you can rest, keeping those shoulders up, cool. If you need to bring it down, shake it, and then let's finish it strong. Give me one more. And rest. We've got that chest press into that dead bug. Move the clock so I can see. Are you ready? Bring those weights up. We're in it. I don't want you resting your elbows on the ground in between each move. Unless you absolutely need to. If you need a quick break and you want to set them down and then squeeze right back up in it. Again, if this movement with your legs is too much, then just keep them at that 90-degree bend. If you don't feel like you have the strength for that, go ahead and just do regular chest press all the way through. We've got 10 seconds. Keep it up. Give me one more, and rest. We're moving right into that shoulder fly. No time for rest. We've got 5 seconds. Get in position. All right, bring those weights up. Let's squeeze it. Here we go. My shoulders are on freaking fire. You've got it. Keep it up. You are strong. You are powerful. And you are tired. It's okay. Keep pressing. I'm gonna put those down. Go ahead if you need to put them down. Just keep squeezing. Create resistance. Pretend you're bringing those arms through thick cement, through thick mud. Exhale on each squeeze closed. Last one, and rest. We're moving into that jammer. That jammer is hard. It's possibly the first time you're ever doing that, so it might feel awkward. Do the best you can. Choose your weights accordingly. Let's bring it up. Here we go. Pressing straight out. I'll go from this side angle. You don't have to go fast, but if you want to challenge yourself to keep moving, you can. I'm gonna not lie, I'm gonna burn myself out if I try that. We're extending straight out. Your elbows are gonna be slightly bent still, and we're bringing it straight in. You've got it. Stick with me. We've got 15 seconds. You can do it. You're a beast in the best possible sense. 5 more seconds. Give me one more. Press it out and rest. Guys, we are on the last move of the weighted portion, and we're going to move into a little bit of core work. All right, let's bring those arms up. Get ready to extend. Here we go. We're extending straight out and in. The only thing really moving on this is your elbow. Notice it's just my elbow that's moving. We're not swinging, swaying, any of that. Just straight out and in. We've got it. Keep it up. Couple more. We've got 15 seconds. Stick with me. If it's too much, go one at a time. We've only got 10 seconds left. Fight it out. Keep going, keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Go ahead and shake it out. Grab a sip of water. We're gonna get just a little bit of core work in. And then we're gonna stretch it out. All right, and we're gonna use a weight for our core work today. So grab a 5 or a 10, whatever's handy. I'm gonna show you, we're gonna do 3 different movements. I'm gonna show you the moves, and then we're gonna rock into them. I'm gonna just grab a 10. So the first movement, we're gonna have the weight right above our shoulders, not directly over our face, a little bit in front, and we're going to crunch up and bring that weight back down. We're gonna crunch up and bring it back down. If that's too much, put the weight down and just use your hands straight up. Okay, that's the first move. Second move, we're just going to hold the weight and we're going to flutter our feet. Third move is a little bit of a twist. We're going to bring that weight side to side, keeping our elbows close to us. My heels are on the ground. You can lift them for a little bit of an added move. We're gonna just do each of those same format, 45 seconds, with that 15-second rest for transition, and we're just gonna do those 3 movements today. Are you ready? Get that weight in your hand. If at any point you need to put that weight down, put it down. But we are in it. Let's go. Make sure when you're coming down, you're not just flopping. We want to work on coming down with control. Bringing it straight up and down. Again, the weight is just slightly in front of my head. It's not directly over my face. Keep going. You've got it. Exhale on the way up. Control it on the way down. I know your arms are feeling it, but we're almost done, I promise. 5 more seconds. And go ahead and rest. Remember the second move. We're gonna have that dumbbell up and we're going to scissor. If that's too much, bend your knees, and that's gonna be your modification. All right, let's bring that weight up and scissor it out. If you can keep those shoulders off the ground, that is your goal. We wanna be pressing that weight up as we're scissoring. If that ends up being too much and you need to put your shoulders down, you can put them down, you can put your head down. Otherwise, I want you to keep the head, neck, shoulders up. Again, if you need to modify, you can bend those knees and bring them up and down. We've got 10 seconds left. Keep it going. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. Go ahead and sit up. We're going to move into that Russian twist. Again, you can keep those heels down or you can lift them up. If you need to put the weight down at any point, put the weight down. That's okay. Otherwise, you're going to stick with me. Heels up. Let's go. All right. I'm just kidding. I'm going to keep my heels down. heels down, you might find that you can do a little bit heavier weight. We want to feel this twist, keeping those arms close to our body. Keeping that weight close to our body. Keep twisting side to side. Make sure that your back is not rounded. I want a nice flat back as you're sitting up. Keep it going. Almost there. We've got 10 seconds. I'm going to bring them up. Last 10. Keep going. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, and rest. How do you feel? Let's stretch out that core first, then we'll get the rest of our body. Go ahead and bring yourself into a little bit of a cobra. You can lay down flat and just extend that chest forward and up. If you want to go into bringing those legs off of the mat, just stretching that core a little bit here. Woo. All right, let's go ahead, bring it into a child's pose. On the child's pose, I want you to be pressing your hands forward while your butt is pressing back. Stretching out your shoulders, stretching out that abdominal wall. And breathe. While we're down here, let's stretch our shoulders. Bring one arm, thread the needle through. Take a couple breaths here, holding that. Keep breathing. All right, go ahead, bring the other hand through. We want to make sure that we are stretching these muscles out. You just worked the heck out of them. Couple more breaths. Okay, you can either stand or you can kneel. You can remain seated. We want to make sure that we get that tricep, so pulling that back. Nice deep breaths. We worked our chest, our shoulders, our triceps, our core, and believe me, you worked a whole lot of other muscles in there, even those were our focus. So it's really important that you spend some time stretching. Go ahead and switch sides. If there's anything that you're not sure how to reach, but it's tight, you know you need a little bit more stretching, reach out, let me know. If you need to stretch longer than we're doing right now, stay at the mat and stretch a little bit more. All right, let's do those shoulders again. Let's bring them across. When we bring them across, I want you to pull it down away from your ear. It's going to be really important that you finish drinking whatever water you brought with you to this workout and you continue to stay hydrated throughout the day. That's going to aid in the muscle recovery and it's going to help you with a whole lot of other things. But specifically right now we're focusing on that stretch and recovery. Go ahead and bring it through. You also want to make sure you just did a lot of great work. So make sure you continue that great work when it comes to your nutrition. Make sure that you're putting good whole foods into your body. Again, that's going to aid in recovery, but it's going to help get you to the goals that you're here trying to achieve. All right, I want you to take those hands, clasp them behind your back, and open that chest. Nice and wide. If you want to look up, you can look up. But clasp those hands behind. Feel that movement. Feel that expansion through the chest. All right, I want you to bring those hands together and press forward. You're going to round your back. If your lower back feels a little bit tight, bend those knees. You'll feel a little release in your lower back. All right, let's go ahead. Open up again. Nice and wide. Couple breaths. All right, let's clasp those hands in front again. Pressing out. And again, if you want to bend those knees and release that lower back, make sure you do it. All right, let's take a couple deep breaths. Bring it up and exhale down. Give me 2 more up and down. Last one. Here we go. So that is your push circuit for the week. I hope that you pushed yourself. Pay attention, make note of the weights that you use so the next time you do this, you are ready to rock and roll. You know how to set them up so you can move from one movement to the other very quickly and maximize the time that you have here on the mat. These are short, but these workouts are effective. Have a good day.